And well, that's where they're going to be starting, Mitch. We're straight in.
Oh, we are. It looks like they're picking up the pace here. Gambit, usually a slow team, but on this pistol, they want to pressure this A site. A wall already down and an opening as Kesnet falls. That new agent of Cypher not doing too much for him in this pistol. Nats is in a bit of trouble, but he bails out. And even after putting the wall down, Gambit are switching up the pace, moving towards this B side. But Delzik is ready, taking down a double and holding strong in this connector position. He'll eventually fall and leave his team in a 2v3.
Yeah, it's looking for the fight back now. Redgar's taken space on the site and he's left Nats to sort of lurk behind. It's what he does best, but it's something that will be expected. Dink initially hit. And he's looking to try and take down Naxit, who is currently fighting against him. It's still awkward, though, because Redgar is trapped within this site, and if he goes down, round is over.
Yeah, with him down, this is looking really tough. Nats is up against a Sheriff that's one hit for him. He's managed to wallbang him, and then Nats steps out to close this round.
Because of what's currently on the table for KRÜ. Now, they're looking to try and split through, but the cam has given them away. Straight away, the rotation cards starts coming through from CT, and, well, it's not gone amazingly for Gambit. In fact, they've lost a couple now.
The trap wire's at least gone, but with that snake bite down, Redgar's in trouble. The headshot connected. He needed it. Still, though, is it going to be enough? Gambit making it to the site. The spike still needs to be planted with just 10 seconds left. A headshot connected. Nats on 2 HP. Both of these players are so low. Nags in with a potential clutch. A 1v1. Both players have the Vandal looking for the headshot. The spray is not good, but Nags will get a second chance. He's even spotted Redgar moving to the back of the site. He has a good idea where this player is. The recon going out to trade over the information, the peek, but Nags comes out on top. This man has struggled on the jet so far in this tournament. Vol said it, the improvement of KRÜ has been a wonder to behold. Gambit upping the pace. My God, this is a quick round. They've got the weaker weapons and they're closing the distance. Defo already deleting Kesnet, and on the back side, Delzik will try his best to hold on, but he's just overwhelmed. Gambit have got the site, and KRÜ have to fight back into a 2v4.
Yeah, this was a huge change of pace for what we normally see from Gambit. Nice start, though, from Nags. Rounding the corner, there was an opportunity. But now it has to be the clutch. He's already managed to carpool. Couldn't quite land the headshot onto Shados.
They cause a problem for Kesnet moving into future rounds, but right now he's got a bigger problem. Shados is looking to get aggressive and push up into him, but Kesnet was ready, sitting inside that Viper orb, taking the kill, and indeed the neural death will be deployed for the information. Nags has gotten aggressive to find Redgar and the spike.
Yeah, they have to go back for this. And he's not left. I believe he might even still have his dash online, so he doesn't actually have to escape this until afterwards. And, okay, sure, Gambit managed to reclaim the spike, but it's 35 seconds, Mitch. They have got so much still to do.
They know seeing Nags go that aggressive that he has a teammate covering his side. Oh, no, but they weren't expecting Mazzino to be right up in their face. A beautiful one for Mazzino as Chronicle falls. KRÜ bounce right back with a fourth. Thought he wouldn't have time to place it deeper and run back, but with it being destroyed, again, they're going to have to commit players towards that part of the map. Mazzino's being taken down immediately. Recon not going to get them anything on this one. And Shados has a great... Oh, a Viper's Pit inside of Hull to keep control. It also allows them to step out down to the stairs. That's a pretty interesting ult, because it doesn't give you, like, it doesn't block off a whole lot of space, but it's going to really bother KRÜ because they're losing information, they're losing a lot of control, and as they commit all these players to cover it, Gambit just walk right into B.
It is a weird ult. In fact, they're not going to use it at all. It's just a complete ruse.
Oh, he's dropped it. Nats has dropped the ult and then sat in the corner trying to bait them into thinking that he's rotated with his team as the spike is planted. But now he's going to try this late round backstab. They seem to expect it, though. This is going to be a tough fight for Nats. He's not looking. Klaus has caught him.
They expect the lurker of Nats every single time at this point, and it's come back into, well, now a 2 versus 1. Klaus, the man to take him out, has to try and get another couple more. Already in a pretty decent advantage in terms of the rounds, and actually a little bit of an early swing from Chronicle, but they don't get punished, and it could have made a fairly big difference. And now they're moving in to Nags, but this time he won't connect. Oh! What is that? He goes back, re-peeks and gets 2. That is filth.
That's disgusting. The double opening on the buy round of Gambit really putting them on the back foot right away. They've got their mid control, but at what cost? KRÜ will just sit back and wait, deploy the Gambit strategy. You come to me. And, well, they do, with Kesnet falling over on the stairs. Klaus hasn't been detected. He's going to put up his drone. That's 2 players spotted. Good information, and Nags continues to frag. 3 kills on the board in this round. This is by far the best that I've seen this guy perform, and what a time to step it up.
Been deadly quiet. Now again, they're looking to try and pressure onto Chu. This man has no fear! Through the poison orb and right back out. That is all the Viper utility gone. They expect the push, but Shados has managed to get the trade. It doesn't last a particularly long time though, and again, they've got some decent map control here on the Gambit side. It's just how do they actually use it?
This is an incredible start for Nags. You can't give this guy enough credit. You see him fired up, going through a poison orb down to 30 HP by the time he peeks in. Chronicle will catch Mizzino getting a little too curious, though. That's the numbers evened up, and Gambit have I was going to say a wide spread of control, but now Shados is down, and this really splits them out. Both players on the other sides of the map. In fact, if you take a look, Nags has no idea that Redgar is creeping out onto the site. They were distracted by Chronicle's B attempt, and now Klaus is going to be left alone. He's done well on the start of this round, but a 1v2 to win if he wants to put 7 on the board for KRÜ.
He's got a decent amount of utility, but it's not really given him much information whatsoever. The shot to try and mask the fall, and he will spot Redgar. Should have a decent idea that Chronicle's going to be rotating through. His teammate died to him just moments ago and is trying to just bait someone into the peak. Not quite able to find the shots, and Redgar will close out the round.
Yeah, look at those ultis, man. KRÜ got the ability to fight back into these sites if they need. Using like the likes of a Viper utility or anything like that can be countered out by Mizzino. In fact, he pops that ultimate right now. He's on 30 HP, so he can fight with his teammates, and if he goes down, they can pick him back up. But now he's isolated on the site. They look to fight in towards the spawn, but Nags is here. Blade Storm in hand, and he'll catch the 3rd kill.
It's not been in this manner, and it's not been so consistently, and it's not been catching them anywhere near as much.
Yeah, I'm so impressed. I was just scrolling through some of the stats from Nags, and this is the best start to a game we've seen from him, period. Oh, that Hunter's Fury catches Delzik with the 2nd. Viper's Pit down and out, exactly right. Mizzino up close is probably the only hope here. He had a chance, he had an angle, but Chronicle will take him down. Avoiding the Leer wasn't quite enough this time around, and the shot's really not connecting. It's an off round from KRÜ, and Gambit capitalized instantly with a plant on the site. It's a 4v2, but a lot of these players are low, Tom.
He's just stopping again. Doesn't even stop for a second. Maybe expecting them to all be on the site already, but Kesnet wanted to try and win that one out. He would have to ace. That's what we're looking at here, Mitch.
5 and 17 HP?
He's being flanked.
He can definitely win this if the timing is right. There's no way that flank is going to go back through elbow. Nags is free to at least take a fight onto site. The problem is the player waiting for him there is Nats. 125 health, headshot needed. If Nags wants to win this out, and he's got it. The ace now, very possible. Less than 30 HP between the final 2, but he has no information on where they are, and that's going to be the real crutch for him here. Clearing out all these angles just costs so much time, and there's a recon ready to reveal him on the back. He taps it again, waits for someone to peek on out, but they're rotating. The time's already gone. It's already done and dusted, and Shados confirms it with a well-placed shot to make this play through mid. And an advanced trap wire. They've spotted it. They've destroyed it. The flash is good. Kesnet's under a lot of pressure on the fall back, and he still gets away with 2.
How does he manage to get multi-frags in these positions? It doesn't matter though. Chronicle has instantly found a response. Klaus still fighting though, and he's got the Hunter's Fury. It's the last round. He might as well try and pop it, but gets absolutely nothing from it. Chronicle, he now needs to come up with an ace. Both players coming from the spawn, and he hasn't managed to connect. It is an 8-4 half on a map.
That is
just for anybody wondering at home.
And they've been banning it. This is the thing. They've been actively banning it. And now they come in, and you can see they saved it up. Here we go. A fast push coming out of KRÜ. Gambit have managed to get Chronicle behind enemy lines. There's no one even paying attention to him. He gets a kill and is still left alone. 3 for him in this round. And a pistol round that Gambit very much needed will go in their favor. Unless Kesnet's got something incredible. Oh, no. What is going on? 18 HP left, a 1v2, and all of a sudden, within seconds, I'm eating my words.
That was 3 people trying to trade each other, and he won every single duel. Even if he doesn't manage to win it, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and it has to be just so demoralizing for the side of Gambit that these things keep happening. It's a 1 versus 5. He's now brought it down to just 2, Mitch.
This is incredible. And they're not even watching him as he comes up. Nats is turning to see it, and another headshot delivered.
No.
1 shot is all that's needed for Chronicle. A 4K for him, an ace for Kesnet. The camera not going to spot him just yet. He knows exactly where he was, but Chronicle will fall back, moving to the back of the side, catching the off angle and saving the day for Gambit.
Bonus, they've gone for an incredibly big risk. Well, there you go. Chronicle knows, but what could he do about it? But he's gonna peek in. All right, he's just taken off the head of Delzik.
Yeah, good info on the knife from Mazzino. Utility to the backside. Anybody that was there was in a lot of trouble. But they still managed to find the one as they cross over. It's the opening that Gambit wanted with the Vandal. Oh, with Klaus going down, this now becomes very dicey. Remember, this is the buy round for KRÜ. This is one where Gambit come in with a bonus. They shouldn't be walking away with a win, but we saw KRÜ do it in the first half. We might just see the return from Gambit. The flash, it's going to catch... Oh, it's not going to catch Kesnin. He's free to take the fights up close. Oh, the spray is good for damage, but not for kills. Redgar's just going to stay tucked in behind that box until he gets the go-ahead, until he feels the moment, but never mind. Defo is just taking him down with Nags out of the equation. It's a 5 versus 3, and that also opens up the room for Redgar to take those peaks. He's in such a good spot to pounce as soon as they find Delzik, and that flash has revealed him. Redgar's going to start working on it, but the round's almost over already. With Mazzino left to clutch it out, it will not happen, and Gambit have come back and retaken the lead.
Or not, he had the gun as well, because if he did, that could be a huge weapon for them to bring through. Chronicle now trying to defend this with no utility. First kill goes his way, but it's a trade out from Nags, giving them an advantage, not in weaponry, but at least in personnel. However, Nats, well, the flanker killing the flanker.
Yeah, Klaus has been battling him at times, but he wasn't there to catch him this time around. Redgar was ready, absolutely. This is going to be tough. You know, for Mazzino, if he sits in this position, maybe he catches Nats coming on through if it isn't cleared. It'd be hard set to really clear this corner. Nats still takes a look, but he falls. They know now that Klaus is alone on the site, but they still have to find him. Now they've spotted up behind the pillar. Just a Sheriff in hand. This is a tough fight to take. Redgar will eliminate him, and Mazzino spotted crossing over to the side. They're ready for it, but the flash is coming through. That's going to push them off the angle a moment. He tries to deny the defuse, but Shados catches him in time. Feel good for KRÜ. No timeout called into this one. They're going to just run in straight for the duels, and Nags continues with the confidence, taking down Redgar. Tube control completely out of Gambit's hand, and the response is to go aggressive with Defo into Cave and find the opening. Return 4v4, but obviously on a map as big as this, KRÜ are going to be happy enough with that. Sadly, they ran straight into Chronicle, who keeps on fragging. The Seekers primed and ready to hunt down the remaining players, but it looks like they don't even need it.
And I think they've even managed to spot out Nats as well. This is starting to get pretty dangerous. There's a lot of information currently there. Is Nats actually going to do this? He looks like he's about to try and make a play around the edge, and they use the Hunter's Fury to push them out of position. This is beautiful in the retake so far, but it still comes back to a 2 versus 2.
Oh, the shot out of Defo! Kesnit's caught, and Mazzino has to do it all! Defo keeps on fragging for 12. Gambit on map point. Put up such a good first half, man. I was believing. I was 100% behind the 1-0 to KRÜ. But they haven't been able to do anything here, and now again, the opening duel goes to Gambit. Mazzino falls, the fast push out of the Latin Americans does actually pay off. Delzik saving the day. The Viper's Pit now online will guarantee them a strong post plant.
Yeah, it's put them in a spot. No ultimates as well on the other side to try and clear this out, and Nags again. Chronicle is gone. I believe there was the ping coming out from Klaus just to give that extra little bit of information. Defo trying to close the gap and might be able to try and isolate one of these players. It's going to be Klaus on the other side, and the shot is connected. The sneaky push through catches him though. A big round from Delzik, and it's left into the 1 versus 1. It's a perfect piece of utility out from Redgar. Can he get this final kill? Yes, he can. It is going to be that clutch out. It is going to be the first map going the way of Gambit. 9 rounds in a row for the Masters champions. You better believe they are not out of this one by any stretch.
You see exactly why we came into this favoring Gambit. Their resilience, the mental fortitude to sit there 8-4 down, have that halftime pause and come back in swinging.
Will be available in time will be a completely different story altogether, as they're going to look to try and pressure him. He's still in the same spot, but they haven't actually spotted him. Finally will be cleared out. In fact, so will the majority of the team. Chronicle had a fantastic first map, but good luck, bud.
Yeah, it's going to have to be the 1v4, and he's already been spotted on his way through heaven. I'll be ready to face him together. Nags down below, waiting for contact to one of his teammates, and they'll just triple peek into this. Little shock dart to push him back. I mean, look, you got low HP on some of these players, but it's going to be hard to find that value. Going to connect those headshots almost instantly. And it will not happen this time around. KRÜ starting off with a pistol round. One of the first players around the corners taking these duels. Got inside the smoke just to confirm there's no one up close. Yeah, oh, okay, Shados is though, and he'll still get away with two walking through the cloudburst. He's even starting to creep up towards them in the alleyway, and on backside, Chronicle wasn't spotted. The fact that they've got these astral stars, the fact that they have their camera there. The Hunter's Fury's finding nothing. In goes Redgar, and down he goes right away. Kesnet with another opening duel, and it looks like KRÜ are having a pretty easy time over this A site. I don't know that Defo can really do anything from here. Maybe a spam through the floor. They'll hope to find their target, but missing the mark. KRÜ of a 4v3 post plant.
Yeah, fantastic entries. Maybe a little bit of over-aggression from Redgar. A bit surprised, especially as he's normally the one to try and delay with the stars. The fact is, though, the afterplant positions are looking strong from KRÜ. There is a lot of work for Gambit still to do.
They know there's a player close. The flash connected. Good return. Defo on a triple. And sure, Shados will fall to the Nano Swarm, but they know where Mazzino is now. Oh, but he connects them both! The spray down is clean! The Red Bull clutch will give KRÜ a third! That's gonna be a really tough one. Yeah, KRÜ have just got all the nooks and crannies occupied. As Gambit look to drop on out of heaven, they'll be in a lot of trouble. Time ticking away. They need to make a move. They need to start covering off these positions. The camera spots one down below, doesn't grab the tag. Kesnet getting aggressive, dismissing after another connection by Mazzino, and it's all left to Chronicle. 16 health in a dream, and it turns to a nightmare quickly. 4 rounds for KRÜ, blindly run into map control and end up getting overwhelmed. But time and time again, KRÜ are leaving at most one player, but actually, hold on, Mazzino's got the spike.
That
I shouldn't have said anything.
Was perfect. They've got the res as well. Weaponry has been collected, and the Mitchman curse looks to come through this time for KRÜ, as they have got so much control at the moment. This hasn't even become a battle for the site anymore. This becomes a battle for the rest of it. And that cam has actually spotted the player, or at least it should have done. It becomes a bit of an awkward battle, and actually, Nax is somewhat losing it. He has taken a fair amount of damage. They've got utility to try and pull them out of position, which will work out, and at least make this one look possible. But with Shados taken off the head of Delzik, both remaining players so desperately low, surely there's no way KRÜ bring this back.
Klaus does his best with the turret to find the info, but as Nags falls and 20 HP remaining on Klaus, looks like a strong breeze will take him down. Don't think we're getting away with much here, and nor does he, as he backs off to save this rifle.
10 seconds left.
Looks like if he keeps going, he'll get away with it, but he's about to take a face into Redgar, who now has a nice free upgrade for him down there on the floor. They haven't spotted Redgar crossover, but they'll have an idea that he could be here, and now they've spotted him indeed. This is going to be tough for him to even get out of here. He's getting aggressive. He's trying to take the duels, but he'll be caught on the retreat. With that opening, they're going to pick up the pace, run in towards the side, and if Defo doesn't have something huge to show, there's a first, but that's all he'll get. KRÜ with the advantage, and their post plans have been strong thus far.
Yeah, they have the ultimates for it as well. Like a Hunter's Fury and a post plant, we know how impactful that can be. They've also got 1 or 2 more to spare. The Cosmic Divide, I don't know if it'll be utilized here. I'm a little bit wary though that Delzik is incredibly low on HP. A well-placed spam could be enough to end him, but there needs to be something, and fast, from the side of Gambit as they look to try and encroach on the space of their enemies again. KRÜ and these afterplants have been stellar. And for the side of Shados, easily.
Who cares about the operator, man? We get the Odin from Chronicle. Let's go, baby. Early spams. Deep recon actually gets
that's why I care about the operator, man.
Yeah, all right, okay. Yeah. It is what it is. Nice little return by Nats as well. So Defo not only gets the opening, but then Trailblazers to stun the player and allow Nats to come out of that corner and catch another. They were trying to punish the operator, but they weren't expecting him to have a bodyguard.
And with the shutters already closed, they are watching this. They are ready. Any surprise that Kesnet tries to throw at them is just being watched for. A well-constructed round by Gambit, knowing exactly where the holes in their defense currently are, and only 2 players remaining. It's not far away. Mitch getting a little bit too excited. You know, he didn't lose that much HP, and instead, well, yeah, he shouldn't stand a chance at this point, but he still survives. Oh, he's still standing. I mean, lucky man. Not many players stand on the other side of a wall from Chronicle with an Odin, get revealed, and walk away to tell the tale, but it's only a matter of time, and eventually he'll be taken down. That Odin coming up big in this round. I have to say, though, this is...
30 seconds
okay, let's give Mazzino a moment. 30 seconds. 1 versus 4, 70 HP, and 2 kills to his name.
He's on at the moment.
HP, that is actually very, very dangerous. Typically, that recon's going to go towards lower, and they've even spotted him now. They know exactly where he is, and they're just dropping, finishing him off after the flash.
That kill there as well.
Y'all really going to push into this? Up against an Odin, Hunter's Fury active, trying to hunt him down, but he's actually swapped position. Chronicle playing over towards Market, and Defo's the one on site. He's in a lot of trouble, though. Getting out of here is practically impossible. He still comes out with another kill, eliminating Delzik, taking the smokes out of the equation, and the retake. Chronicle has got his drone, he's got an Odin and a Hunter's Fury to play with. He's being covered up close by Nats, who spotted an exit. Lockdown, that's going to be a little bit of a thorn in the side. What's even worse than that is the player inside of main catching them off guard on the side angle. Redguard went down to Chronicles Hunter's Fury, and now it's a 1v2. This is a disaster for Gambit. A clutch needed from Nats, and time is not really on his side. Those players safely behind some cover so they can't be wall banged down, and they know exactly where he is, Tom. It's going to be so hard to get away with this one, and a well-placed shot from Nagsit closes it out.
I'd say that. They start hesitating a little bit. Push coming through. Nags looking to try and find the opener, but he gets caught by Redguard pushing. Now, he didn't have one of the major weapons, so this risk is worth it. Nats, he's just got straight through! Managing to find a couple, but the trades are good. Leaving it down to just one man, and it is closed out for Gambit. It will be a 7-5 half, a little bit different from last time. Something so commonly utilized. Now, the shock dart has already managed to take out some of the utility. Now, there will still be the turret there, but in fact, Chronicle has just taken the head clean off of Klaus. Now, bear in mind, we saw this at the last half. Both teams winning the pistol on either side of the map. Is it going to be another attempt from Gambit?
Well, they'll certainly try it. That drone is so well timed. It hasn't. Oh, okay, it's turned around.
Hello.
All good. They've seen him. He's going to be tagged on the way back, and Nag's now stuck in the corner. No dash to play with. Shock darts coming in. He's 30 HP right now, just dodging blind fire through smokes. Delzik tries to come in and help and catch them off guard, but they'd already switched direction, fallen back and held short. Left now into a 5v1.
Here we go
Nags
again.
Eventually meeting his demise.
1v5, round 2. We saw this in the second pistol last time. Kested this time. I feel like the agent he has might actually help him out a little bit more. No longer on the Cypher. Now they're all going to be watching for this. He'd need some pretty incredible shots, and already tagged desperately low. Of course, a single kill would benefit him at least a little bit, but chances slim. That is gross. He's even going to get the heal off of it. Nobody peeking in an attempt for the trade. They want to keep this crossfire going. At this time, it'll only be 2.
Having all these other agents alive, and now a 4v4. The Odin not great in that kind of fight. It's not really what you want to be facing in a round like this, but it's damn good at breaking walls, so they've got to cross over against it. Delzik's here to help, and they are doing the damage and completely shutting down Gambit's attack. The spike on the floor, Mazzino just keeps on going with that big gun in hand. He's down to 7 HP, but I don't think he's going to get punished. Redguard, the last alive, Bulldog in hand, and, well, he meets the Odin as well. A fantastic round for Mazzino with, that's the man advantage now for KRÜ to play with, and only 30 seconds left on the clock. Still a lot of Astra Stars waiting for them on A.
They've got 2 stars. Now they're going to clear this position, but not properly. 20 seconds left. He's going to look to try and play within the smoke, and Delzik shuts down 2 with the headshots. There is nothing that can be done here for Shados. He's going to go up above, and they're going to spam out the wall almost instantly. Mazzino again.
Over on the previous, yet to really reach that form again, and this drone, it hasn't spotted him. He's managed to sneak his way in. The spam gives it away, and he'll just back off now. Oh, he actually can't make it through.
Oh, they know Delzik is there. They know he's hiding in the smoke and almost try and bait it out. Redguard should have this timing on point. Clearing him is going to be so important. In fact, he's pushing back in, and he's still managing to get kills. The timing eventually works in his favor, and it's traded out into the 1 versus 1. A chance here, and the plant is not in the best of spots. Nags is going to close out the round. You said he was a little bit quieter in this map, but when they needed him the most, he'll put an 11th on the board.
That's incredible. Someone took their knife out and ran at him.
Mid.
Yeah, and even then, it's contested quite heavily. Kesnet gonna just dismiss out of there. A little jump to make sure he catches it. Rez coming through. Does Kesnet want to get aggressive on this? Yes, he does! And he's not quite gonna catch them, but he's slowing them down. He's harassing them in the back lines. 20 seconds left as they make their way forward. Up goes Nags. No knives connecting. Klaus, though, going huge. The Nano keeping them back, and this is already done. KRÜ walk out with 13-7. Map 3 is where we'll decide things. What an incredible performance by this Latin American side on their map pick.
30 seconds left.
Looks like they're going to move back to B. Exactly. That pressure working exactly as intended for Gambit. The dash in for Defo. The space made. The rest of the team soon to follow. There's the flash, but Klaus blinded up, gets away with a double. He goes for more, but Chronicle puts a stop to that. Gambit showing up at least. Moment out. No, he is not. Okay, he did get shot, but the Boombot was about to take him down into a 2 versus 2. Low HP on both players from Gambit. The right clicks. That was a wallbang headshot. Chronicle only barely survives, and Shados doing the best he can, but he won't get away with it in the end.
Knocking down mid already. Now, information is going to be garnered on the other side, and actually, Defo's going to go pushing in. Mazzino, though, was that from the back of sight? He just spammed a couple of bullets and took the head clean off. There's potential to even try and retrieve that gun.
I'm not even sure we'll have a replay from his POV. I will want to see that one for sure. That was incredible. And for Gambit to lose a player, lose a rifle as well. It's down in the open. They don't suspect there's a player up close because he would have picked the rifle, surely. But no, Delzik used it as bait, left the breadcrumbs on the floor and beckoned them in. Chronicle is gone, and it's now a 5 versus 3. KRÜ come into this tournament as underdogs to even make it out of their damn group. And here they are, putting the hurt onto Gambit. And they're going to hunt them down because they want the rifles. They're hungry. How they don't want to play the next round with the likes of Sheriffs, Spectres and Guardians. No, they want to take some heads.
Rotation already coming. Kesnet looking to try and bolster up this defense. They have utility to try and pull them back. But what is that from Naz? He just completely eliminates Klaus. Mazzino in the corner will eventually be cleared. Still, though, there's a multitude of players on this site.
Oh, he was ready for the peek up top. Does well to at least eliminate Shados. Nax in with one before he falls. It's all left on to Delzik. He's fighting inside the snake bite. Receiving double damage from every shot, but nothing landed. Gambit will spread out. Chronicle on his way to play post plans. 2 shock darts still available. He's now on long. Last spotted inside of Hookah. Delzik is really not in a good spot. No information to play off, and as he taps this, there's the peek, the tag, the double tag, but Delzik's still alive. The round is under threat. I don't think he's going to be able to get this one. Not with 2 players still alive, not with the angles they have. He does his damn best. He's being conscious of every flank potential, but ultimately with no information on Redgar, he just couldn't do anything.
He wants to try and hold on to this control. If he can get rid of Redgar, it becomes tough.
Well, the orbital strike ready in Delzik's hand. We said 30 seconds left as they move in towards the site. They've got to take him down. There's the orbital strike. Delzik just about manages to get it down. Delays a little more time. Showstopper comes out as well. Gambit are scared to go for the plant. They're scared to go near the site. Kesnet eventually firing in. He'll find nothing. It lands just outside the door, leaving Defo alive on this off angle, but the spike still hasn't been planted, and they are running low on time. Nats doing his best to buy them the space, but eventually he has to just stick it, and with his teammate down, they just need to rush him. Perfectly handled by KRÜ. It is 5-1.
But to someone like Nags, you know he wants to take those fights. You know he wants those individual battles. Klaus, he's going to spot everything out of the side of Gambit. They are looking to try and pressure into this position, but there's counter utility there.
Great snake bite. There's no way you can push through that. The invisible gun coming out. Delzik able to take Nats, and with no more util left, it's all about those raw angles, but the time is against them. There's more than enough players of KRÜ to just keep those trades going. Defo needs to go nuclear, and he will get nothing done. 6-1 for KRÜ.
Hey, but you can't rely on that.
He was almost riding on top of the drone for a second there. Good kill by Defo.
Good counter.
Early aggression. Mazzino's only good for 1. This is the start that Gambit wants in a round like this. They've got the man advantage, and there's rifles to be retrieved. A plant found. Only thing is Nats is down, so that Viper's Pit, which would have basically guaranteed the round, is now no. But Redgar just got a headshot by a snake bite. And then taken down immediately. What is happening? KRÜ
Player standing.
absolutely storming the site. Kesnet's found a triple, and Chronicle, do your best with your shock dart. It's not going to be enough. He only finds a Spectre as well to play with, and they're happy to just defuse this in the open. It comes close, but in the end, Kesnet finds 4. I don't know what Gambit are doing, but ultimately, they're not delivering when it comes to a lot of these duels. Oh no, Delzik actually got caught by that Seeker. Now he can't see, but as his vision returns, Shados rounds the corner. The trade quick. With that Viper's Pit down, this gets a lot easier. Redgar's being caught, a spam through the box to eliminate him, but Nats wants to take the fight behind enemy lines. The problem is they can't plant the spike with him here, but it doesn't matter if they take the whole team down. Running in towards the TP. Nats soon to follow. Picks up his orb and he's away. Okay, there's the information for Kesnet and Tom. If he gets 1 kill, Showstopper's online.
Yeah, he's been incredibly clutch already. You can see utility just there to try and deny him. And I was wondering if he'd just try and take the push right through, but there's a second one. The snake bites at least delaying for the moment. Chronicle
32.
actually looks like he wants to try and go for the peak. Timing's going to be absolutely everything here, and as you said, the kill could bring him up to the Showstopper, but it's well timed by Gambit. In that pace changing, actually, we've got to push all the way through the Viper's pit. Straight through from Nats. He's looking to try and take the fight, and he wins it! Opening duels coming left, right, and center for Gambit. A huge start in this round. It was looking like this was all KRÜ with everything they had. Maybe not.
Good call by Chronicle there. He puts down his drone. Nats follows it all the way through, paving the way for that off angle to catch him by surprise. Something KRÜ should have been ready for, and now this 2v5 is looking unwinnable. I doubt they're going to save these. At least you're going to be looking for the exits. This could be the way back in for Gambit. They're still only on 3, though. There's a long way to go before this is looking as competitive as we would like. Good shutdown by Nats, at least. Not going to be exited on.
Barla stat that came in early in the tournament. I don't know how much it has carried through. That's a big Hunter's Fury, but okay. Kesnet gets 2 kills with 2 different pieces of his utility. Already down to just a couple of players remaining. Ultimate's not going to play a part at all at this stage for Gambit. They're just trying to fall away. But Kesnet comes back for more. 3 kills already. They're even going to get the res. And Redgar needs the best clutch of the tournament.
I had to give a round of applause for that one because that was incredible. The slow into the nade on mid. The second nade that was online.
They forced them out. They're already going to look to try and claim the orb. And now Redgar, he has to just escape. There is no value in trying to fight this one back. A cool little piece of utility and moving everybody out of position. It's going to have to be the full-on retake. I believe they've also put a wall down just to close things out. It's going to make things incredibly difficult because you don't really have anything to break that with.
Yeah, it's tough in a round like this. But at least you can knife it up. Oh, Shados is down. Snakebite nade. And they walk away with the kill. The knife given away that there's a player up close. In fact, there's 2 as Gambit look to get back into the site, but KRÜ are already ahead. The dash out buys them a little bit of space, but they get no kills on the back of it. KRÜ are shutting them down. Back-to-back pistols and 9 on the board. Obviously propelled them back into the map of Breeze when they were down 8-4. This scoreline is looking a lot more difficult, but Kesnet has fallen right away. This bonus round for KRÜ, not off to a great start.
No, it's one where, again, any damage they can do is going to be valuable. Extra credits purchased. Kyles has just run all the way through. Can't quite manage to get the rifle. The response is quick, and Defo kills off another. Leaving just 2 remaining into this round. A victory unlikely, but Delzik manages to kill one up. That's almost the worst whiff I've seen in a long time, but Shados does manage to get the kill through. Now, there is a lot of utility here, but Delzik needs a kill. Now with the orbital strike, the Molotov, he might just try to get something done here. He forces them into its position, but they're not going to be able to do much more.
In at least seeing 3 players just outside, but Gambit aren't going to move just yet. They're sticking with a strong B defense, conscious that there could be a rotate. It could take the TP at any moment. That spray so good for Defo through the smoke. Mazzino steps up to try and get this done. A good flash by Shados, though, puts an end to that plan. And it's all on to Delzik. He won't get much done. The first, at least, but 15 seconds left. Through a snake bite, he runs.
PP?
He can't. No time left. And he makes the call to go and save. They're going to start moving on the back of the flash. Showstopper goes through. Blast pack as well. Nobody seen just yet. And he'll be shot in the side. Chronicle going huge in this round. He's found 4 and really saved Gambit's behind. He won't find any more than that, but the 1v2 is looking unlikely. Mazzino.
The thing is, though, it has bought time. They were expecting to make their burst onto the site. Instead, it's a flash straight through. Nats has managed to find a couple, but the trades are in thick and fast. This is the best opportunity for KRÜ so far, and they instantly put down the Viper's pit. They look to lock out these players from behind. The spike going in as well for the spawn. It makes it so difficult for this retake. Redgar, though, Cosmic Divide, trying to make some space.
Yeah, they still have to deal with the Viper up close, though. There is a judge on the floor. Potential to pick that up and look for those duels, but it's just a drop in. There's the first, but Redgar's caught on the way out. KRÜ, when you have that dash available, this is dangerous. And you can see that they're very scared of that operator, and why wouldn't you be? Chronicle playing behind the smoke, and there's the opening. As they come around the corner, they're not expecting him to still be aggressive. And he's gonna get all 5! An ace for Chronicle! The round saved! This is heartbreaking, man. KRÜ got the opening and everything, and now the early aggression goes Chronicle's way, but in one-for-one trades, Kesden chasing them into their spawn, and it's gonna catch Shados. What is that? KRÜ are upping the aggression completely, and now they've got a 4v3 post-plant.
Yeah, they've managed to reclaim one of the rifles, the other two deep, but the issue now on the other side is the weaponry. It's not there for a retake for Gambit. They've got themselves a single rifle. Another's been retrieved at least for Defo, so he can look to try and take some space into the site, but this is passive, and they still have a lot of post-plant utility to go. It's just going to be stuck within it. It's not actually being tagged by the Molotov. He's just going to hold it all the way, but Kesnet comes up huge, and so does Delzik. It is going to be a thrifty win. And on the other side, there's some pretty crucial ones. Nats just playing on the edge of this Viper utility. They've got to be so careful to make sure that they clear this extra spot. He's hiding within their own smoke, and already two are going to go down. Nats goes huge as well. In response, he's looking for an ace of his own, leaving just one man standing, and he wants to try and fight for it. Shados will steal it away, but they respond with a Prime Gaming flawless. Both could be the difference maker, but they're still looking to try and fight for this. They're watching for Defo, but they have the trades! Chronicle is going to give them a two-man advantage, and there needs to be a response from KRÜ.
An attempt by Klaus, at least. There's the first 3 versus 4. Gambit locked in towards bathroom and being pressured from both sides. This is a little scary. Nags already able to pick up the opening, and now they'll come in on the other side, but Defo at least manages to secure his back. Now looks to the site where Delzik and Klaus are trying to get the plant in. In fact, no, they're trying to bring the fight to them all the way into the spawn. But look at Shados. He's holding for it. He's conscious of this play, and now he's got the spike as well. Gambit looking to take us all the way to overtime unless Klaus can do something. And no, it's going to be OT on the final map.
Already making its way from the side of KRÜ. They've left this B site fairly vulnerable, but by the looks of it, at least for now, the gamble's correct. Nats, though, takes the space, and they're going to TP. They're going to take that rotation in towards the B site. Nags, he's going to have to go huge here, Mitch.
I like what Nats did. He waited inside the teleporter, waited for his teammates, pushed out. Now they can 3-man take the site. Nags on the back, hasn't been spotted. The spray is good for Nats. The spike delayed a little longer. 15 seconds on the clock. They need to get this planted, but they've got the manpower to cover the angles. Nags is pressured on the backside. Chronicle taking a big risk, pushing forward. Guessed it, manages to find 2. The spike being planted, nade in. It has to be tagged. And Chronicle maintains 16 HP. He's alive on the site, but only barely. And Kesnet's gonna deal with him down to the 1v1. Showstopper fired, but it won't land. Doesn't find the target this time around, and Defo scoped in with the operator. No dash online, and there he goes. 3 kills for Defo, and match and series point for Gambit. It clears out Hookah entirely, but Nat's not alive. There's a lot less pressure on the moving through. There's the opening. Redgar with 2, with 3. Oh my God, Gambit might take it across the line. It's a 2v2. KRÜ wall off the spawn, slow down. That buys them time to plant. They'll be able to set themselves up for post plans. Klaus still with a snake bite to play with, but they are not going passive. They are staying up in their opponent's face. And this is a good setup. When Klaus takes contact, Nags will be able to jump on top and try for the assist. They're walking out, and it looks like they've done it. Klaus! Clock, we know that Gambit like to take their time, but not by that much. There's the smokes, there's the flash, and now out they come. Kesnet has gotten himself into a good position, and look at that crossfire. Oh, that's so nicely played by KRÜ. Down to the 2v1. The IGL of Redgar has it all to do. And it's almost impossible to even plant at this point as he looks to sneak in towards the spawn. He has to be careful. The angle held from inside of Hookah. He'll smoke it. He'll move in through, and he'll take Delzik down, even going for the next, but no! Klaus saves the day yet again.
As if he's got a judge in this round.
And it's the same setup we saw before. Defo looking to take the opening. He'll find a shot, no kill, but then the judge comes in! Redgar's good for 2! Defo in with another, but he'll fall. The snake bite, gonna slow them down a little bit. Klaus is too low. If he goes into a fight now, he might just fall, and Delzik's nowhere nearby to trade. A decision has to be made here and now. Where do they go? And the plant faked out the spray coming through, but Nats won't find anything with it. Still, eventually they need to move. What a shot by Delzik! With Shados down, he's all alone, and Nats will double up. are fast pushing the A site, but the problem is, KRÜ are still
He had a
here.
molly.
They haven't moved, and the molly's going to slow them completely. Delzik even takes a kill, and they cannot trade. That molly is buying them all the time in the world. And with the classic, Delzik finishes off the round on a 3K.
Information available for the side of Gambit, and there's a vulnerable site.
Nice nade. This forces Nats to play inside the site, but Shados has that covering fire from the side. Nats showing up and eliminating the hookah push. KRÜ run headfirst into a brick wall. The spike is down on the site, and Gambit have full control, full rotations. All of their bases are covered. They need a miracle on the side of KRÜ to get away with this, and Delzik sneaking out of hookah on 1 HP won't be it. We are going to another overtime round because they know Gambit want to play it slow, but this time around it's a different story. Gambit are pushing out to this site quickly, trying to push the pace and catch their opponents off guard, and that's exactly what happens. A triple to open it up. Defo keeps on going. A triple of his own, in fact. A Blade Storm popped in the right click. Is going to look to close this out. Mazzino walking headfirst into it, but Redgar catches him in the crossfire. The clock was an issue for Gambit. It might now be for KRÜ. On their way in towards this site, Defo's being pushed off. He's able to dash away to safety, and Chronicle's still here, waiting for them to walk through, but he whiffs at the worst possible moment. So too does Defo. KRÜ are back in the game. They've shown up here and now. The snake bites trying to slow them and push them out of position. 12 seconds left on the clock. They need to plant the spike now. They're getting it down, and it looks like they've got the round in the bag. The attack for KRÜ.
And actually, they're taking a lot of space.
That they are. You know, it's got to be said, Gambit had a lot of success with the fast play earlier, but I don't expect KRÜ to be as caught off guard. And already you see them put out their utility early. They're changing their pace, they're adapting, but they're not winning the duels. And ultimately, that's the only metric we give a damn about right now. Klaus able to get in for 2. That's a lifeline for KRÜ, but the rest of them fall like dominoes. Mazzino has to clutch it, and he will not. Another fast round from Gambit, and another successful attack.
Aggressive Nebula, just to try and give them the false info that somebody has pushed up. That is not the case. Kesnet, though, is almost just running its way through. Already dead, but the trade comes through. Back into a 3v3 scenario. Chronicle left alone, but the info is that there's no one else here, at least for now.
Yeah, KRÜ are playing this one incredibly slowly, hoping that some aggression came out of Gambit through middle with Defo already dealt with inside a bathroom. If he gets a res online, that could be the turning point of this round, but they're gonna wrap back. They're looking for the B side, and little do they know, Chronicle has made the incredibly aggressive push now. Tucked in, they're going to walk right past him. Already, the players are starting to rotate, and it's all on Chronicle. He'll be checked, but he still gets the first. That's it, though. Great trade back by Delzik as they look for the site. That'll be Nags getting his res online if they can get this spike down. The molly, but they've already pushed through. Oh, he's on the back site. They won't expect him already. Nat's able to take 1, and he'll take the second. 18-16. The defending champions take it across the line. Gambit are going to the grand final.
There is a reason why they are the Masters Berlin champions. There is a reason why we never count this team out, because even when they're down, they fight back every single time. This is the team that came in as favorites. This is the current best team in the world. But we have to give a shout out to their opponents. This team came in as 1 of 1. There was 1 LATAM representative. They have come top 4 in this tournament, and I would fight anybody at this point who say they didn't deserve a spot in the final.